Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
That's not right. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
Hey, everybody. I'm Mitch English. This is Daily Flash. Rock and roll.
Oh, my
We
goodness.
love talking to you. We've been talking to you,
Yes.
answering some of our social media. The guy that does the
Oh,
show
my
is
gosh.
Sweet Baby James. What's up, James?
Now I'm hungry. Like, comment, and share on all our social media channels. We're getting a lot of comments. I love it. I'm trying to get to all of them, especially the one
right.
about 6'7".
6'7", which we're going to talk about coming up a little bit later. Some terms you need to know. Rat-a-tat-tat.
6'7", yeah.
Look, it's Matt. What's up, baby? Matt
Matty.
Doolittle.
What's up, guys? You can follow whatever James is doing over there, and then you can find some of the dirty words that we say in the bricks on there on our website at dailyflashshow.com. There, like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. Comment. We love your comments, and then you can send us direct comments at flash at dailyflashshow.com. But like, share, subscribe, do that. Share it with your pet. They love you.
Please do.
Found this story on the New York Post. I found it super fascinating. The headline is, Man Purchased Used Tesla Unknowingly Banned from All Supercharger Stations.
Okay, so...
Keyword here,
Whoa.
used Tesla.
Okay.
Now, he claims he did all the research, he checked the history of the car, and he didn't find any issues with it other than a car accident, right? So he's thinking it's okay. Well, come to find out, he went to go charge it at one of these supercharging stations, and it says car not recognized or whatever the message was. And he's like, wait, this is a Tesla. How is it not recognized? Well, come to find out, the car had been salvaged.
Okay.
He bought a used car with a questionable title that didn't mention it was salvaged. Deep in the history, it was salvaged. Once a car is salvaged, once a Tesla is
think of that.
salvaged, they take it off of their
System.
system, right? So he can't supercharge it. I don't know if he can even charge it.
It seems like it seems like he should be able to contact Tesla and say, "Hey, here's the deal."
Yes.
And they can flip because it's all computers, right?
Yes,
it's all done there.
exactly.
However, they probably don't want to take the liability. If this car's been in a crash, what if
Right.
it catches on
So
fire?
what's interesting is Tesla actually offers used car inspections. Now, obviously it's going to cost you, but if you're going to buy a used Tesla, you pay for an inspection. And at that point, they can tell you, hey, this car's been salvaged. They'll know in their system. He didn't want to pay for that.
Okay.
So instead he went and did, these cheaper versions online.
Then it's his fault.
Now he is back with the dealership that sold him the car to try and remedy it. I think he said Tesla said they could they could update the system for $10,000. I think it was
wow.
10 grand,
10 grand if he wants to take the salvage off because they're protecting themselves.
Right.
Because the car has been in an accident, and I'm assuming since it's salvaged, it's been totaled at some point.
Wait, salvage basically means that's what it is, and you get them much cheaper. So more than likely, probably pay $10,000 less or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, look, if you had paid the normal price, which is this amount, or at least in that neighborhood. Now, when we say Tesla superchargers, those are the chargers made only for Tesla. He could still imagine get it charged up because there's other places that offer faster charging. You just got to buy the adapter.
It's
for it,
possible. They didn't mention that in this article. His big concern is he thought he did all the right steps. He didn't dig deep enough into some of those services that offer you a quick history check on the car. Those are tiered plans,
Well,
right?
to be cheap.
For $10.99, you can get this initial check. But if you want to dive deeper, you got to pay another $100,
And
right?
if it's been in a wreck, Tesla's official policy is it prohibits using non-OEM, which is manufacturer parts, for repairs because it could compromise integrity, safety, and occupant protection, and also the charging stations. So it was probably in the wreck. It was put together with aftermarket parts or not from the dealer, and that's why they flagged
That makes
it.
sense.
Yeah.
And, we see that a lot of times. And I guess that's why, like your high-end cars, that's why it's $500 for a oil change.
Yep.
And then if you go somewhere else, you void the warranty of that. I mean, that is one way to do it. Now, to me, as far as Tesla goes, you're plugging it into a Tesla charger.
Yeah.
Liability-wise, if I was a lawyer, I'd say absolutely not. Yeah, if the car's been salvaged, we don't know what all damage was done to it, even with just hooking it up to another computer. You don't know how it's going to react.
Well, and with electric cars, it's kind of a whole new avenue, right?
100%, yeah, exactly.
So I think note to buyer, caution, buyer beware. If you're going to buy a used electric vehicle or any car for that matter, and you want to find out the history of the car, you're going to have to do some some deep digging, and you're going to have to spend some money. And if you're going for a Tesla, take advantage of their used car inspections.
Right, 100%. And know if it's a really good deal, why is it a really good deal, right?
Yes, yes.
Is it a really good deal?
Right. And who knows what it was? It said accident, but maybe it was flooded. You never know with cars these days.
I had bought a car that was flooded out, and it was a great, and I got a great deal on it.
Yeah.
I needed an extra car when I was living in St. Louis and flying down here. Anyway, and well, it actually helped me because somebody stole that car and they didn't know how to run it because it was all kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And they just left it somewhere on the side of the road. They had to be upset because it was a nice car, but it had you had to treat it with some little TLC.
Yeah.
And you could tell they just got out of it. Like, this car sucks. But anyway, I didn't know about it until one day I was cleaning. I was doing a really nice clean. I opened up the hood. And I could see water stains and leaves in there and stuff. And that's how I figured it out. And I go, well, I got to do it. And I didn't, honestly, I was like, all right, well, it was flooded, whatever. I didn't care about it. But that is something you'll need to do and something I never thought about, just avoiding out the car. Like a regular car probably would never have this issue, but the fact that you're charging it into something and hooking it into their power line, which could cause problems, is an issue.
And then you think about all the technology that's in cars today, right? Like every car, it seems like, can be tracked. The auto manufacturer knows how fast you're going down a certain lane. So all of these things factor into the history of a car.
A lot of sense, yeah. And again, buyer beware. Always make sure you do your research. I guess that's a lesson learned. Let's hope that he actually gets something comparable.
Hopefully
or at least
the dealership will.
It'd be good for them to do that. Have an issue with the electric cars? Have you still sold on them? Are you sold on them? Are you not? We want to hear from you. Flash at dailyflashshow.com. Sends an email, social media as well. James is monitoring that. We would love to hear from you. Let's talk about some trending stories going on.
You're going to love this one.
All right. He 86 cancer, meaning it is gone, and now he's serving up a little hope all on Long Island. He's a chef, and he survived male breast cancer. It's more popular than you think. And he's actually using his second chance to organize a fundraising event that he calls All Boobs Matter. And I've said this for years.
Yes, they do. Yay.
Since returning to the kitchen in 2020, the local chef went viral with his story and has set out on his mission to help out others. He's hosting the All Boobs Matter breast cancer fundraiser. He's already received more than 500 different prizes that he plans to raffle off during the event. Anything to get it is great. I remember we did something, 10, 15, 20 years ago on the show. You and I used to work together. It was called Free the Tatas.
Save the Tatas.
Save the Tatas.
Yes.
And,
I remember that.
Have some humor about it. There are people that did not find the humor in that.
Oh, I wore that T-shirt to a theme park and got some looks.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even give me the picture on one of the rides.
I was going to say, how did you even get in the theme park with that T-shirt?
It wasn't Disney. Let's put it that way.
Okay, all right.
People are too sensitive.
Number one, for him to come out, I did a story one time on the breast cancer survivor, a male breast cancer, and that's why I had said it's more common than you actually think. And there's a lot of like, wait, I'm a guy. How do I have breast cancer? And so he's like, you know what, embracing it. It can happen to anybody. A male or female. And maybe hopefully break down some walls. Why not call it All Boobs Matter? Because again, they do.
Yes, they do.
And here's the thing.
Amen.
We're talking about it. Because if he had called it the male breast cancer fundraiser, we would never mention it.
Yeah.
But All Boobs Matter? We're talking about that. Yes.
And you'd be surprised, guys. You need to check about this, and as men, we need to remind our loved ones.
In all seriousness.
To check, have breast cancer checks. And guys need to do it too. If you feel something weird in there, it's okay to actually go for it. And it's all about early detection.
Yes, and I think sometimes the challenge with whatever it is, whether it's cancer or some other diagnosis, sometimes they pinpoint only one sex getting it. And that draws the attention away from understanding that it could happen to anybody, regardless of whether they're male or female.
100%.
And so that gets a little dangerous, I think, because then people think, it can't happen to me. Because we all fall into those marketing, we understand it, we see it, we believe it.
Until a celebrity gets it, really no one brings it up. Like Montel Williams, I think, is one of the most famous celebrities with male breast cancer. And he got out there on the circuit and started talking about it. Like he did a whole campaign.
Yeah, you're right. And it made it, we need to make it normal for guys to do. I don't want to take anything from women by all means.
Exactly.
It is something that anybody, and again, it's a disease that everybody can get. So why not have some fun with it? Because it's
Yes.
such a dreadful thing, and if it just brings attention, like you just said,
Yeah.
why not doing it? So maybe can we give them a prize they can raffle off? Maybe that'd be good.
A daily flash mug?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can rent out 2 boobs with Matt and I.
We can do a car wash.
We've done
These
that
boobs
before.
matter
These
right
boobs
here.
matter, Matt and I. Yeah.
Yes.
There
Well,
you
let
go.
us know what you think. Head to our website, dailyflashshow.com.
Yep, we'll have more of today's trends and, of course, tomorrow's talk. We're going to be talking about, a little bit later on the show, more about what's going on as far as prenups.
Yes. Prenups
More-
and celebrity prenups.
And how important they are.
And how legal are they?
Okay, yeah.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson along with Mitch English. Before getting hitched, more celebrities are opting to make sure prenup is in place before saying their I do's. Joining us to talk more about celebrity prenups is Kristine Villarroel. She's a reporter for Business Insider. Kristine, great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So why are prenups becoming standard practice for famous couples and even not so famous couples?
Yeah, so I think prenups kind of just address the reality that a lot of times marriage is more of a business partnership than just, all the lovey-dovey parts of it. And I think prenups are just becoming more common to kind of avoid the drama and the mess that can come out when we're talking about divorce settlements and people kind of like hashing it out in the courts.
Yeah, paperwork is never really romantic. What are some of the most common key clauses, like no alimony terms, that celebrities are including in their prenups?
Yeah, so a lot of celebrities are trying to keep their properties separate and when they enter a marriage, trying to like keep their fortune separate. So a lot of times we'll see the no alimony.
Think of Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman. It sounds like they really
Yes.
kept both of their estates separate from what property she owned and he owned and X, Y, and Z. How are couples writing goodwill clauses to protect their brands and projects?
Yeah, so with Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, something I found really interesting in the reporting about their divorce filing was that they kept all of their intellectual property and joint assets in LLCs and trusts instead of as personal property, so it wouldn't be divided in the divorce settlement. So I think a lot of times with the goodwill clauses that we're seeing is people kind of like putting their assets that they don't want to be part of the divorce settlement in a different entity, or maybe writing in the prenup that certain intellectual properties are not to be divided among the parties.
Yeah, I think it gets into a gray area too, Kristine, when you're talking about social media. Who owns what accounts? Do you share pictures? Who has the rights to those pictures? How are these prenups covering who gets control of shared online accounts?
Yeah, so this is specifically, very important for like influencer couples where
Right.
they may have a joint account. A lot of times we'll see that they put in a prenup that the account is either to be shut down or to revert to one party, or maybe that they have certain ways to manage an account in a joint matter. A lot of times too, what we're seeing too is a lot of non-disclosure agreements where the parties are agreeing to not talk about each other on social media, which I think can be very useful for beyond celebrities. You can make your spouse sign a contract that they will not talk badly about you after the marriage ends.
Isn't that interesting? And I'm sure that they're policing emojis too when it comes to comments. How are these celebrity trends influencing prenups for us non-celebrities?
Yeah, I think the main thing to take away is that a lot of people who weren't feeling secure about asking for a prenup, there was a lot of taboo about it, or that maybe they didn't even know that this was an option, are knowing these things now because of all the reporting and people talking about the prenups that they have, all these celebrities coming out and saying, I have a prenup, I like it. And yeah, I think it's just like inspiring people to include it in their own lives.
Okay, so Kristine, we're going to have some fun here. We're going to play a little game called Prenup or Not. We're going to mention a few celebrity couples, and we want to get your reaction. All right, first up, Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. Do they have a prenup? Did they have a prenup?
They do.
Okay, all right. So I would imagine his basketball empire and her empire are kept separately. What about Seth Rogen and Lauren Miller? What do you think about this couple?
They don't, very proudly.
Okay, so they could be in some murky water. Okay, last up, Britney Spears and Sam Asghari. Did they have a prenup?
They did. thankfully.
Yeah, right. No kidding. And I guess that leads me to my next question. It seems like even some of these celebrity couples and even non-celebrity couples, even though they do have a prenup, oftentimes they're taking these things to court and they're rehashing them out. Does a judge have a final say in interpreting those prenups?
Yeah, so that's a very interesting question because a lot of times we're seeing in these prenups a lot of like lifestyle clauses or, with Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan, we see that they have a clause about going on a certain amount of dates. And I feel like all of these things are applicable during the marriage, but once it comes out to the courts, those aren't necessarily enforceable by law. So a judge does have the final say.
Kristine, thank you so much. Interesting topic. For more on prenups, head over to dailyflashshow.com. The skateboard that Tony Hawk used to make history in 1999 has sold for a record-breaking $1 million. The deck, called the Birdhouse Falcon 2, was used by Hawk to land the first ever 900 trick at the 1999 San Francisco Games. After numerous failed attempts, Hawk successfully flipped twice through the air and landed the move. Hawk won 73 championships by the age of 25 and was the world champion of vert skating, where skateboarders careen back and forth on a steep ramp. Amazing.
He's a cool guy too.
Yeah.
I know he had traveled through Orlando and he just stopped by a skate park one time, and no big thing. He just wanted to skate. That's all he wanted to do. And they're like, "You're Tony Hawk." And so right next to our studios is this killer one. I'm waiting to see him out here. If he's coming back, he's got to check this place out.
Somebody mentioned, and I can't verify this for certain, but he was a part of designing that skate park.
Is that right?
Yeah.
This one out here, I would believe it.
Yeah.
You should, see, it's right outside our studios. If you ever had a chance, it's really cool. And my bonus son loves coming up to work with me because I'll come there, and then he's gone. He's over there skating on that thing. Interesting. $1 million, good for him. It's worth it, I think.
Yeah.
Other stories, crash between two tractor trailers on a New Jersey highway, turned into a real-life candy crush with candy all over the roadway. First responders say that one semi caused the wreck when the driver rear-ended another semi that was parked on the shoulder. The crash caused one box trailer filled with chocolate candy to burst up. Portion of the road shut down nearly 2 hours while crews had to clear up the roadway.
Okay.
Halloween came a little earlier, I guess, for this.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
I still like peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
More Flash after this.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Matt Doolittle, and welcome to this week's Furry Friends. Well, there was a recent special celebration for a tiger at Walt Disney World's Animal Kingdom, and no, it's not for Tigger, it's Baxo. Disney celebrated the birthday for one of their rare residents, a Sumatran tiger known as Baxo. Keepers surprised him with a one-of-a-kind cake made of frozen goat's milk, frozen meat, and ice. The tiger now weighs about 150 pounds. He's not just a fan favorite, but also an important reminder of Disney's ongoing conservation efforts to help protect endangered species in the wild. Now, the last kind of cake I had put together with that much effort was for my bachelor party. Remember, Mitch, the type of milk and meat we used?
And the thing that popped out of that cake, too, she will not stop calling it.
It got all over the place.
It was everywhere, man.
Stop calling.
I hope you tipped her well. Anyway, and my last story today now, guys, okay, this is a personal one, and this has been an ongoing saga.
All right, let's hear it.
Now, my mom is finally ready, I think, to get a cat. A friend of ours.
Oh, whoa!
Yes, a friend of ours has 4 cats, and she's ready to give one up.
Okay.
The cat's name is Stinker. You can see her right there. And she's been calling me going, I don't know if I want a cat. Now, we tried her with a dog, and you guys, I tell you my personal stories about all these. It turned into a whole saga. The dog didn't work. Now, for everybody out there, my mom has some mobility issues, and, she's I'm not going to say the age, but she's a little older. So getting her a cat has always been a thing. We drop our cats off with her when we go on vacations. So I am begging everybody out there, please send me your good love and peace and love and notes to Flash at dailyflashshow.com or directly matt@dailyflashshow.com, and let me know how you onboarded a new cat to your parents without her just giving it back or anything like that, because this has been an ongoing effort for 3 years of me to get her a cat, and I will be having the biggest celebration of my life if I can get her furry friend.
I think a cat's a good idea.
Yes.
I am not a pet person. First off, I was hoodwinked into having not one but 2 cats,
and you love them dearly.
I do. There's one, Jake. There's an orange cat and a gray cat. I've come around. He has always been cool to me and everything. But the reason I bring this up is that cats, they let them do their thing.
Yeah.
You are a cat, Matt, except you come around all the time only when you're hungry.
Yes.
So your mom should be doing just fine, right?
Yeah, I hope so. And we've got it all set up. She's already practiced with Kiki, who's low maintenance as anything. And this one is supposed to be a chill lap cat, not a lot of stuff. So I'm hoping this goes well. I'll keep you all updated as we onboard Stinker.
She just didn't want to be a cool grandma and take care of your cats when you were away?
I mean, that's what we did, but she
Yeah.
needs somebody around all the time.
Okay, well,
I visit
good.
her 2-3 times a week as it is, but she needs somebody
A
else
pet
there.
companion is good,
Yes,
Matt. That's a great
that's
idea.
what
Do
I'm
you
trying.
know why they call him Stinker, though? That's why
I don't know.
That concerns me.
We're
the
just
most.
going with it. We'll see. I don't care at this point. Just enjoy. And it's a free cat. And she's like, well, if I like it, I'll keep it. I
It's
don't
never
know.
a free pet. Let me just
No, it's not.
tell you
Believe me,
that.
when we got
Never
when we got Kiki, he was $100 at the Pet Alliance, and then 2 days later he fell off a balcony, so $800 later. That was the whole thing. So no, they are not cheap, but I'm hoping this works. Please, baby.
I just hope Stinker has a better impersonation of your mom than yours.
Maybe
Your
she
mom
can,
does not nothing like that.
maybe
No,
she can
but-
start by renaming it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It's going to be Deidre or something Elvis named or
Okay.
something like
All right.
that.
Thank you there, Maddie. Let's jump into some trending news happening around the world.
Okay, Royal Caribbean cruise passenger has been accused of throwing himself overboard to skip out on paying a gambling debt. Well, this is unique and interesting. The man jumped off the Rhapsody of the Seas as it disembarked from the port in Puerto Rico. The cruise line said he racked up more than $16,000 in debt from casino visits during his week-long vacation. Once he splashed into the water, he was brought to shore by someone driving a jet ski. He was able to run from the port, but Customs and Border Patrol agents caught up with him and detained him. He now faces federal charges that could land him 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. So that $16,000 turned into $250,000 in 5 years in prison.
Nice, but the good news is that his jail cell will be about the same size as a
cruise ship cabin, yes.
cabin, so he's used to that part of it. I think this was planned out. I mean, it's like, listen, if I lose money,
Absolutely.
I want you on standby. This is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off, and so. Not the smartest thing in the world, and jumping off of a cruise ship into the water is extremely dangerous altogether. That's how when you land, you die.
Yeah,
So
not good.
at all. We go to England, where the conductor of a train in England said that he initially thought he was actually being pranked when he heard there was a crab in the first class.
I don't know if I believe this.
All right, well, look at the picture.
Okay.
It was just one. Railway officials said that passengers spotted a small crab sitting on its own seat. He confirmed there was, in fact, a crustacean commuter. The crab escorted off the train at the next station as it was relocated to a local pond, which I'm sure it did just fine. He said it remained a mystery how the crab managed to end up in a first-class suite. However, it's been picked up, and believe it or not, there's going to be crabs on a train instead of snakes on a plane now with Samuel Jackson. I'm tired of him, crabs on him train.
He didn't make it back to the cooking part of the train, or else
That's
his chef
probably-
would have. It turned into a Disney movie with a chef running around with a hatchet.
The diner car?
Absolutely.
I'm surprised that's not being turned into a porn movie. Crabs.
Good night, everybody.
I can find it for you.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English. So glad to have you
Yes.
here. We love all of y'all.
Yes, we do. Our stations across the nation. Matt Doolittle, who's our winner today?
Our winner today is one of our 219 beautiful affiliates across the country, including the Armed Forces Network. And hey, if you want to find it, you can head to our website at dailyflashshow.com. Click the Where to Watch thing, and you can find out. But our friends at KECY in Yuma, Arizona.
Yuma!
Hey, Yuma!
one of the snowbird capitals of the country, actually.
Aw, nice.
I found out it's also the winter lettuce capital of the world, too. Winter lettuce.
Winter lettuce in Yuma, Arizona.
Which sounds like a Marvel superhero. The winter lettuce.
Winter lettuce.
Lettuce
Along with fall carrot.
I'm trying to think of Yuma. I don't think I've ever been to Yuma before.
I haven't been.
Spring broccoli.
Oh my God.
Go through the fridge. Don't you keep going.
And summer cauliflower. All-star in the Marvel vegetable world.
I'm telling you right now, Veggie Tales. There's
There you go. It's a spin-off.
All right, your kids are running around. They're saying these words. I have to have them in front of me, and you have no idea what you're talking about. Obviously, we've been talking about 6'7". You'll hear the kids saying 6'7". And James, people are talking about 6'7" on our social media, right?
I mean, they're talking about 6'7" so much. It's blowing up our YouTube channel. So if you go to Daily Flash Show, go to our YouTube channel and look at our shorts. People are saying a multitude of things. I'm just gonna be, nice. Some of the things I'm gonna say. My middle school made all the teachers say it as much as they could, so that it would be annoying and kids would stop saying it.
Very good.
So they would just have them say 6'7", 6'7", 6'7".
No, that's a very good point. If you want your kids to stop doing it, you start using it, and they'll tell you, don't say that around my friend, and then they'll move it. That's a very good point.
Well, look what happened to Facebook.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Right?
All right, I got some other ones.
Okay.
What else are they saying?
All right, so we got 6'7" is a rap group from London. Other rappers say 6'7" to put a shout out to them. Please get a clue.
All right, no, actually, all right. So I have 6'7" comes from a Skrilla song, and where he actually says 6'7" right inside of it.
Yeah.
All right, here's some other terms. We're gonna go through. You'll see them on the bottom of your screen. Bop. Anybody know what bop means?
Yeah, I know what a bop is.
What's a bop? Quickly.
Hey, well, I want to say it on camera.
It's somebody who has a lot of romantic partners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is James.
Our definition in our age, this is the hussy, the slut. Okay.
Okay, so I can say that. Okay, I can say
Here's
it
our
now.
next word, mogging. Ever heard of mogging? Is?
No, what is mogging?
You want to start mogging because that means you're outdoing someone by being more attractive, skilled, or successful. Also, like one-upping, like you're one-upping.
So he's totally mogging right now.
Yeah, he's like, somebody better. Look smacking. That one's
what?
Look smacking.
Smacking?
It's you see it on your screen there. LOOKSMAXXING. It's similar to mogging. It refers to people that do stuff to enhance their personal appearance, like skincare to plastic surgery. So, he's look smacking. Check him out. He's wearing makeup or whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
Weird.
Huzz. You know what a huzz is?
Husband?
H-U-Z-Z.
Husband.
You would think that, but it's a term for an attractive girl or somebody you want to impress.
She's a huzz?
Hey, check out that huzz. Right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll say it in our terms.
Okay.
Man, you looking fine, girl.
Yeah.
Nobody says fine anymore.
Hey, Three Huzz, how you doing?
Chopped.
Chopped,
is,
like fit?
Yeah, like
physically fit?
Actually, it's the opposite of huzz, meaning somebody who is unattractive. So if you hear your
that's
kids,
when they used to cut up.
We used to say grenade. She looks like a grenade.
Grenade.
Okay.
For our terms, fugly.
Yeah.
Here's our next one. Big back, and it's not what you think. It's not a
booty?
Kardashian. A big back.
Big back.
It's similar, I guess.
Money?
That's a fat person.
There you go. You're right. We would call it biggin.
Biggin,
So,
okay.
Big back.
Okay. So it's not the booty, it's the all-over big appearance.
She's biggin.
Okay.
You would think big back would be Kardashian.
Big back, big
Glazing. Anybody know what that is?
Good night, everybody.
I don't want to mention.
Excessive or insincere praise on somebody. Like if you're going on and on.
Sucking up, brown nosing? Is that brown nosing?
Brown nosing, it is. Brown nosing.
Amazing.
My term we use was butt snorkeling. You're butt snorkeling the box.
And then you go into glazing.
And go into glazing.
Oh, wow.
Two more. Zesty, that means somebody who's lively, exciting, or energetic. We used to call them spastic. And then finally, phantom tax. That is somebody who actually is, if you're eating food and I'm with you and I steal your food, that's your phantom taxes. Now you know, kids and parents.
Live it, love it, or buy it. We talk about it on Life Love Shopping. It's your life and style guide from A to Z. We will start with the letter A for Aroma Alarm Clock. Holiday Inn Express is now offering a new way to wake up. Instead of a jarring sound, your alarm clock will cue the fresh smell of breakfast.
What if your alarm clock didn't sound like this, but smelled like your favorite breakfast scent? Holiday Inn Express just launched the world's first breakfast alarm clock. It literally wakes you up to the smell of coffee, bacon, or blueberry muffin. No jarring alarms, just a delicious scent and a hot breakfast waiting for you downstairs after you take advantage of all of their beautiful amenities.
Holiday Inn Express is launching the world's first scent-based alarm clock for hotel guests. It will wake guests up to the sweet aroma of breakfast foods, your choice, coffee, bacon, or blueberry muffin. Nearly 60% of travelers said a pleasant aroma would help them feel better when they woke up while traveling. The breakfast alarm clock experience will be available for a limited time starting this month. Have you heard of the new profee trend? It's protein coffee and it's getting stirred up all over social media. Here's what it is. It is part of protein, part coffee. You're maxing out the trend where you're adding protein to your morning java for a full belly boost. Nearly half of Americans believe morning is the best time to get your protein in for maximum benefit. Experts say profee is an easy way to beef up your protein goals, but don't rely on it as a magic bullet for weight loss or muscle gain. And the profee trend has become so popular, even Starbucks is jumping in on the frothy cold bandwagon. Here's dietitian Stephanie Grosso with her PSL profee review.
Starbucks just released their new protein cold foam drinks, and I'm about to try it for the first time. So I ordered an iced vanilla cream protein latte with pumpkin protein cold foam. That is a lot to say. And if you're wondering how they boosted the protein content, they used a protein isolate sourced from milk. Okay, here we go. First sip. Oh, to be honest, I thought it was going to be a little chalky because of the protein, but there's no chalky taste, no chalky texture. Wait, and it's very silky on the tongue. I don't know if that's coming from the cold foam. You taste the creamy vanilla latte right away, but then the pumpkin brings in those warm spices. I don't think I'll never not order a protein cold foam drink. Well done.
All right, moving on to love. If your relationship has hit the roommate phase, the relationship boss says that there are a few ways to reignite the spark. Here's how.
So 3 ways that we got out of the roommate phase without forcing it was, first, we had to reintroduce novelty, doing new things together, traveling, taking a class. We took a cooking class once. We went to one of those color me mine pottery classes where we painted the pottery. Even just changing the date night routine from only going out to dinners really helped break the monotony of things. We even went go-kart racing for a date once. That was so fun. 2, this one was the biggest thing, was we made small daily moments of connection a true priority. Instead of just a kiss goodbye, we kissed a little bit longer. We would give those unexpected compliments to each other. Cuddling and actually being near each other instead of opposite ends of the couch when we're watching our show. Because those little things done consistently, I know you've probably heard it before, but it's because it's true. When they're done consistently, it builds that connection and builds closeness.
Some good ideas there when it comes to love. Amazon just announced a recall for more than 500,000 products. Yeah, you heard me right, 500,000, including the Buddy portable misting fans from Icy Breeze Cooling Company. Oddly enough, are going up in flames. Who knew? A giant portion of the recall involves power banks by Anker, 480,000 of them, overheating lithium batteries and fires to blame. And a popular kids helmet failed to meet federal U.S. safety standards. Regulators found the helmets lack proper impact protection. You can search Amazon for a complete list of all of their recalls. LLSshow.com, that's the website for more information. We're back right after this. As demand for GLP-1 medications skyrockets, patients are targeted with knockoffs that are not FDA approved and don't meet federal safety standards. Joining us now is Lee Verbois of the Alliance for Safe Online Pharmacies. Lee, welcome. What are the risks of using non-FDA approved weight loss medications?
It's a really important question because right now there are a lot of compounded GLP-1s in the market. And there's a gap between FDA-approved drugs and compounded GLP-1s, and that's a real and preventable safety risk for many patients. The mass compounders claim that their products are personalized, but often it's no more than a misleading marketing claim. And compounders are mass-producing knockoffs and adding unnecessary ingredients like B12 and falsely claiming that these personalized products are for individual patients. The bigger concern is that compounded versions aren't held to the same standards, and these put patients at risk. We've already seen this impact, and patients using compounded GLP-1s are more than twice as likely to be hospitalized. And the FDA has logged over 1,000 adverse event reports. Too often, these are being sold through under-regulated telehealth sites and illegal online pharmacies, completely bypassing safeguards meant to protect patients.
So how can patients make sure they're getting the right treatments?
Oh, that is such a great question. And the reality is that compounded drugs are only intended to fulfill a narrow gap, and that patients should be looking to make sure that they're talking to their healthcare provider before starting any medication, and use only verified pharmacies that dispense FDA-approved GLP-1.
And where can we go for more information?
Yeah, they should stay informed and make sure that they're talking to their pharmacies, talking to their healthcare providers, and going to the Alliance for Safe Online Pharmacies at www.buysaferx.pharmacy.
Perfect. Doctor, thank you so much.
All right, important stuff there. Thank you there, Jackson. Big savings could be on the line for homeowners this winter. Good news, right? Here's what you need to know.
As cold weather approaches, homeowners are looking for ways to save. Federal tax credits for home energy improvements expire at the end of the year, so now is the time to consider upgrades that could save you thousands. Sarah Riley with Front Door Incorporated shares more.
The federal tax credit covers improvements like HVAC upgrades, new windows, water heaters, and certain insulation projects. Basically, the upgrades that help your home stay comfortable and energy efficient. But homeowners will inevitably still face costly repairs that insurance doesn't cover, and that's where a home warranty comes in. A single repair could cost thousands, but a home warranty can help cover that for a fraction of the cost. At American Home Shield, members get benefits like seasonal HVAC tune-ups, discounts on home maintenance, and even savings on new appliances. And when covered systems or appliances break down, a qualified technician takes care of the repair or replacement, saving families time, money, and stress.
To learn more, visit ahs.com.
Keeping pets happy and healthy is every pet parent's top priority, and protecting them from fleas and ticks plays a big role in their overall well-being. Joining us today is Dr. Craig Pryor with Merck Health to talk about a groundbreaking advancement in pet care. Doctor, as we head into the fall and winter months, what should pet owners be aware of in terms of fleas and ticks?
You know, it's a very common misperception that flea and tick activity decreases this time of year. We actually see a spike this time of year. They're incredibly resilient, and we do know that they'll move indoors. They don't mind colder temperatures, so they can survive very, very well. And, the biggest thing is the diseases they carry. So we see Lyme disease, we see tapeworms, we see other flea and tick-borne diseases. So as you want to go outside and enjoy the outdoors, looking at leaves or hiking with your pet or any other type of activity, it's important to remember that we protect our pets, because ultimately if we're protecting our pets, we're also protecting our family. And flea and tick risk is a year-round issue now in the United States.
So what can pet owners do to protect against fleas and ticks?
There are multiple products out there, but they all rely upon the owner remembering to give a product on a consistent, regular basis. And therein lies the rub. We know from a global survey that Merck Animal Health did that 46% of owners regularly miss doses, and 56% of owners find it challenging to give products to their pets. So we end up with all these what we call compliance gaps. The pets are at risk. Good news is we now have Bravecto Quantum, which is the first and only parasiticide that provides a full 12 months protection for fleas and most ticks to your pet just with a single dose. So this is a product that is given by your veterinarian. So the injection can be given when you go in for their yearly checkup, and it's protecting your dog against fleas and most ticks for 12 months with a single injection. For veterinarians, that's a game changer because we know that we're getting a full year of compliance or protection for that pet. For the pet owner, what we see is we're taking one more thing off your plate. So it's helping to keep you, to give you peace of mind and to keep your pet healthy. Because you've got busy lives. You're trying to keep up with your job, your work, your family, your home, and your pet. And so if we can do one more thing for you, it's one less thing you have to worry about.
And where can people go to get this product and learn more?
Talk to your veterinarian. They're the local experts. They're the ones that understand you, your pet, can talk to you about Bravecto Quantum. And just be cautious if your dog's got a history of seizures or neurological disorders. You can also go to us.bravecto.com.
Thank you so much. We'll post this information on our website at dailyflashshow.com/FMI.
All right, an American social media influencer just released after spending 2 months at a Chilean air base in Antarctica.
Oh.
Caught landing a plane there without their permission. He's 19 years old. He was attempting to become the youngest person to fly solo to all 7 continents. But he was detained by Chilean authorities who said he lied to them when he filed a fraudulent flight plan. He spent 2 months living at the military base with limited communications. He was released on the condition that he donate the tens of thousands of dollars raised to a childhood cancer foundation within 30 days. So the money's going somewhere good. There's rules to be rules. I would like just to make it to Antarctica. It'd be kind of cool to say that, but to land on everything, you have to remember there's rules for everything.
Somebody was telling me that they were planning a trip there, and you have to go through so many different procedures. You have to be vaccinated a certain way. They have to make sure that when you step foot onto or into Antarctica, that you are disease-free, there are many strict regulations when it comes to that.
And complete sense to me, because if you get sick while you're there, who's going to treat you? I mean, I'm sure they have some, but it's limited.
Well, and it's so isolated, you don't want to infect other people
and then that as well, right?
Compromise the ecosystem.
So keep that in mind,
if tomatoes or fruit, can ketchup be used in a smoothie? I say no. Heinz and Smoothie King have teamed up to create a tomato ketchup-based smoothie.
No.
The red beverage blends acai, sorbet, strawberries, raspberries, apple juice, and Heinz ketchup to create a sweet tart taste. The smoothie will be available for a limited time while supplies last at select Smoothie King locations.
More Flash coming up. Stick around.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. A close-knit family navigates life's ups and downs, confronting personal struggles and evolving bonds. This is today's must-watch movie, The Family McMullen.
Dad, he is such a jerk. The wedding's off.
I did have my concerns.
I think this is for the best.
Given the suitcases, is it safe to assume that, like your brother, you two are moving back home?
Wait, what do you mean, like my brother?
I quit my job, so I'm gonna be staying with Dad for a bit.
Just when I thought tonight couldn't get any worse.
How about that? I got my brother and my 2 babies back home with Papa. Welcome home, kids.
I have always been eternally grateful that I get to be a part of this family.
If we're gonna be living here together, we should try to get along.
Get out!
Uh-oh.
Sounds like they're off to a good start.
The sounds of sibling rivalry. Warms your heart, doesn't it?
I've actually never been in love.
Yeah, I have yet to experience that special feeling.
To the cold-hearted.
May we never buy into the fallacy of true love. I just had the best date of my life.
Being love-struck is an affliction many a McMullen has suffered from.
Dad? We got a problem. Do you know who that is up there?
Really handsome, super nice, charming guy.
He was the first boy I ever kissed.
So, what's the problem?
I threw up on him.
That's a problem.
I am glad we didn't miss out on this extraordinary experience.
Extraordinary? I don't think we've gotten to that part yet.
You're going out to dinner. That's it. But you can't stand him up, especially if he's a nice guy.
He is.
We love nice. Not too nice, though. You know what I mean?
My mother said you might be related to this guy that she used to date.
Dad, you dated her mother.
I didn't date him.
We were friends.
Friends.
You were friends who got naked together and went,
Okay.
I'm walking away. Families aren't perfect. And this one is no exception. But I think we're doing pretty great.
Approaching extraordinary.
You have a really nice smile when you laugh.
Walter, are you hitting on me?
I bought this house in the hope that I could create a second home for all of us. And based on tonight, I'd say I succeeded.
And it's just me.
All alone in this big, empty house. And we have to control ourselves. It's gonna take a lot of discipline on my part, but
I'm wearing leopard.
killing me.
Oh, follow up from the Brothers McMullen. The Brothers McMullen with
Very
Ed Burns
cool.
there.
Well, stay with us for more information on anything you see on the show, dailyflashshow.com.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.